Okay, sorry guys, still trying to get with it. So I tried to announce that we were going to go live, but I don't know if most of you saw it or not. Hopefully you did. So we are at Kenley 95, and Scott's hopping back in. Someone gets so happy. So it's raining out. It's only supposed to drizzle for a minute, so I think it's already stopped drizzling. We're gonna go over to the truck show. We'll let it dry off, let the drivers kind of dry off their stuff. We'll just give it a bit so y'all can tune on. So yeah, they're having the Jamboree today and tomorrow. So if you happen to be on 95 in North Carolina or around, make your way over. It's going to go on till fairly late tonight, maybe 10 o'clock or so. They have a band, they have fireworks, they are going to have food and some vendors and truck related stuff. They have some trucks have come in, more trucks are going to come in. So if you have a nice truck, you want to show it, maybe you want to try to win a trophy or so, bring it on out. But yeah, so we stop here every day. Somebody wants to join. There we go. There's little Willow. She's looking to see where Scott went. But we also wanted to tune in, not just because we're at the Jamboree, but kind of discuss, from what we know, went wrong with our truck. Yeah, so I don't know if you follow us on Facebook and Instagram, then y'all know that it is getting a total in-frame rebuild. Super sucks, but we'll go into that after a bit. We'll let more people tune in. But yeah, we made better time here. Oh, she's hilarious. She wants to be the star. We normally would have showered up the road about 2 hours ago in South Carolina. But with the Jamboree, we really enjoy just stopping for a little extra time here and seeing the trucks, enjoying that stuff. We really enjoy it. We're not just truck drivers, we really enjoy trucking. Well, I know y'all know Scott's about over it. But crazy enough, so if you've been following along, then y'all know that our truck broke down, the International that we drive. We drive a company truck, and it broke down 3 weeks ago now. We've been in a old Kenworth. It's a nice old truck. I mean, it would be way nicer if somebody would have showed it some love. We watched it turn over 1 million miles. So, you know, it's needing some repairs, needing some maintenance. And unfortunately, when we got here to Kenley and Scott was doing the mid-trip or his pre-trip, the radiator's leaking. So coolant was just pretty much pouring out on the bottom. Do I like the Ford Super Duty trucks? Yeah. Yes, we do run 95 every day. So we go from Hagerstown, Maryland to Port St. Lucie, Florida. We do that twice a week, and then go about halfway down to South Carolina. So it's possible if you pass us, if you drive 95, like, guys, tell us. Sometimes we are able to meet up. We do run teams, so it does make it a little more difficult, but if we can time it out or plan it out, we always love to stop for even just a little bit, even if it's only, to grab a picture, say hello, talk for 15 minutes, and then if we have to jump back on the road. We have definitely done that. So where do you think you passed us? Okay. Oh, Connecticut to Jupiter, Florida. That's a nice run. I'm guessing you probably can only do that twice if it's dedicated. Are you running a dedicated? Would we get a Mack Anthem? So I got to do a review on a 2024 one. It definitely seemed quality. well built. Sorry, this little one is not having it. Okay, so Scott has the hood up. You can see the coolant is pretty low. I don't know, we still have 5 hours to go up the road. We still got kind of far, but this little one is not too happy about the hood up. So she's a little bit beside herself. But so I got to do a review on the Mack Anthems. They seem like a really sturdy quality truck. I do know a couple people that drive them, and they really haven't had any problems. Macks and Volvos are the same, essentially. I think Macks are a little bit nicer. I think they built quality. But if you're a team driver, we think it would be pretty small. I do know teams that are in the truck, but it would be tight quarters. Y'all know I make it into the home. I bring the whole house into the truck. So for our setup and what we do, I think it would be difficult, but the latches and different things like that are good. I do think they are, when you're talking about on the lower or mid-range, I do think they're a mid-range truck. So to me, you got your bottom of the line, the Internationals and the Freightliners. Those are the Ford Focus, in my opinion, and Scott's opinion. And then you have your Volvos and your Macks, and then you got your Petes and your Kenworths. So I don't think it's worth buying a low-grade truck, in my opinion. If you're getting into trucking and you really want it to go far, then yeah, a Cummins X15. So I don't know a ton about that motor, but Cummins, we like Cummins. We had a Volvo that had like $1.5 million something on it. It was an old Cummins. That thing ran like a tank. Good pulling truck. That truck pulled hills like you wouldn't believe. But yes, okay, so yeah, I was right. You do the Connecticut to Florida. I kind of figured it could only do it twice a week. That's a good run. So that means you guys travel a lot. So we'll have to try to meet up sometime. Do you guys stop at Kenley? We love Kenley. The ladies here are super nice. We find which ones we like to shower at, and we pretty much just stick to those. We come up with a routine, and we just stick with it. It works for us. So what happened to our truck? No name. So I was driving in Fredericksburg, Virginia, which is right outside of DC, so it's still pretty heavy traffic, and it pretty much just died, lost power. I was able to get over, but there was a Jersey barrier, and my tires were still in the white lines, and the mirrors were hanging over the line. I was able to get the truck started again. It was in limp mode, which was kind of difficult to get back out in traffic. Definitely nerve-wracking. Got it back out and it limped down about 1.5 miles where I could really get over. That's the other nice thing about running like a dedicated route, is that I really memorized the sections of the highway, so I knew that just a little bit further up the road that the shoulder widened significantly. So I did my due diligence. I limped it up there, and then pretty much it was dead in the tracks. So it threw an EGR valve. Sorry, an EGR valve code. And so what's the news? Scott's coming back in.
Oh, it's back up to the full one now, and it's not leaking.
Okay. So weird, it's replaying. Do you hear that echo back?
It's on my phone.
Oh, he was watching me.
I was spying.
Oh,
There you are.
he's watching Simple Livin'. Look at that. So the truck was leaking. The radiator was leaking in this Kenworth. But now it magically stopped. Hopefully it doesn't leak anymore. But yeah, so it threw an EGR valve code. They thought it was just going to be a replacement of that. And now that there's more of you guys on, so they tell me that it just happens. I'm not kind of believing them, but maybe if y'all had no more, here, I'll spin around. Scott can be in. Okay. Maybe
yes,
if...
Leah, we do run 95, and you probably did pass us because we're slow.
We're not slow. We take our breaks. I cook dinner and breakfast, and we shower every day. We're high maintenance kind of truckers.
Hot shot and ain't trucking. Just saying.
Would you guys hot shot? No, we would not hot shot.
Ain't trucking.
No. Not only that, you guys, you got to remember, I'm sorry, I'm like a squirrel. I was talking about the truck. I was trying to tell them about the truck. But I also like to check out your things. So semi trucks are made to sit in the seat for an extended amount of time. So they're air ride seats. Your legs hang differently. The truck is much more comfortable. Hot shot, a pickup truck.
Unless it's an intertractional, it ain't so comfortable.
Well, it's going to be better than a pickup truck.
Yeah, probably would be.
Yeah, so I guess if you had like a really easy hot shot and you were just going like 2 or 3 miles up the road and it was more like a day trip stuff, it'd be easier, but not long haul. Yeah. But so back to the truck. So they get it to the shop. They had to tow it back to Hagerstown to the dealership because the truck is a 2024 and it had 220, I think 23,000 miles on it. And so that means warranty. It hasn't even been a year since we had the truck. And they drain all the oil out and they noticed that the oil wasn't quite right and enough did not come out.
They didn't get very much oil out of it, but the dipstick said it was still full. And the dipstick, looking at the oil, looked great. No problems there.
Yeah.
But something got so hot that it cooked the oil in the pan.
Yeah. So when they drained it, they didn't get very much out. And what they got out was broke down and like sludge. So it was like mud. So they started tearing into it. And the oil had gotten so hot and so thick that the pistons were starting to get stuck in place. And that's why it was a catastrophic dead in the water.
But the water temperature was still fine. It didn't show any codes as far as that goes.
Yep.
The oil pressure was fine. So there was no way that we could tell really
that it
what
was doing
going
it.
on with it.
So they said that it just happens sometimes.
Just happens.
Just crazy, just happened.
Has that ever happened to you? Just happened? I don't know. Like 3 months ago, I threw this fit because the truck wasn't regening correctly. It kept getting stuck in regen mode. And we had it looked at. I was told it was fine. I was crazy.
Nothing to see here.
This is what normally happens. I say there's something wrong with the truck. I have it looked at, and I'm crazy, right?
That's outside of the point.
That's what they tell me. They can never find what's wrong. I have blown up, I don't know, how many trucks now? 3?
A bunch.
I don't drive hard. I don't know. It's just my luck. So I didn't even know what they were doing. The boss told me he didn't know what was happening. Some warranty work, blah, blah, blah. So, y'all, when we got out of the truck, I pretty much just left the majority of our stuff in the truck. So, like, potatoes and most of our seasonings, all kinds of stuff, thinking that it was just going to be replacing the EGR, like, valve. And that's, like, it's a dealership, so they probably had it in stock. I was thinking, like, 1 to 3 days. We broke down on a Thursday. So I thought, there's no way we won't have this back on Monday. I don't need to take all of this stuff out, including the potatoes. Well, it was like 90 degrees, and I was worried about them potatoes stinking up. So I asked if I can go to the dealership to get more stuff out of the truck, because at this point, they don't know when we're getting the truck back. And it was totally ripped apart. I'll post it on Instagram. I'll post it in a little short as well. The whole passenger seat's removed. The floorboards ripped up. The dash underneath is all ripped out. All the pistons are ripped out. I was a bit surprised. And so I asked what was going on, and that's what they told me. That the oil got too hot.
Just happens.
Yeah, it just happens.
Just happens.
Y'all ever hear of that? Would you guys get a Peterbilt 389 or a 589? I would get any Peterbilt. How about you, babe?
I would go with the 389 probably.
Why would you go with that one?
That's the big hood, baby.
Oh, okay, yeah, I would go with that one too. Yeah, sorry, I don't have all the numbers memorized,
The 3 is the big hood. The 5 is the newer
Smooth.
Aero.
Yeah.
dynamic.
No, big hood, big hood.
Come on, I gotta do it once in my life.
Yeah. I mean, we were excited to drive this Kenworth. This is the first Kenworth, and it has a million miles on it. It's still a good truck. It still runs good.
Surprisingly, with bad cab shocks and a host of other things wrong with the front shocks are bad, it still rides better than the International.
It does.
It does.
Crazy enough. Let me see. Leah says you stop at Kenley. Some usually fill up in Virginia, South Carolina, or Georgia due to fuel prices. Yeah, actually, funny enough, our boss asked us to fill up here. I don't know if they have worked out a deal that they get it cheaper, because I'm guessing they might have, because FedEx switches out here. So maybe they have a contract deal. I don't know. A lot of FedEx trucks come in here if you're here.
This is pretty much the only place we fuel when we got the International. We fuel on the way down to Florida, and then we stop here on the way back. We'll go back to Maryland and then fuel here the next day. This is pretty much the only place we get fuel.
So the International is one of the International motors. It's a A26. It's newer. Bless you.
They're discontinuing that motor. I think the new one is going to be an A13.
Surprise. But it stopped raining, so you want to go look at some trucks?
I need to figure out what's going on with this. Are we going to make it home or not?
Okay.
Probably ought to get to some flat ground and see
if it drains back down. Did you reset? Let's see. You guys, we have planned this to be a little bit more organized, and you know, trucking. Life happens, yeah. So do you want to look at the trucks, or I want to look at trucks?
You can go look,
okay.
And I'll try to find a place that's flatter.
Okay,
and,
so y'all bear with me.
Let it run, see what's going on.
He's going to see if this thing has better luck.
Roadworthy.
Yeah. Because we technically still have a run tomorrow. So, we need it to run. But hopefully, I'm going to put Willow in her pouch. Scott's about taking another driver out with the door.
Almost took him out.
Can you put her harness on?
It wasn't for my keen sense of awareness.
But yeah, I'll put Willow in her harness, and y'all can check out some trucks with me. They always have a big selection of different things. Last year there was a really cool custom that had that couch in it. Hurley's just back there. She's gonna get carried. She's getting carried because we're walking in the lot, and the lot is now wet. And y'all know some truck drivers are really gross, and they pee on the ground. Little Willow Jean.
Princess can't get her feet wet.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Little Willow Jean, she don't need to be walking in that. All right. Okay. Now this will be the fun adventure, because Scott's going to move the truck, and I'll get to look like the crazy lost truck driver in the parking lot. I don't know if all of you have been to Kenley, but Kenley 95 is one of the Iowa 80 series truck stops. So I think there's 5 of them in this series. So there's the Iowa 80, the great big one. And then there's the Joplin 44. And so Kenley is one of them. But there is over 300 parking spots here. So it's a mega stop. It's a really nice truck stop. We like it. They have clean showers. But it's always busy here. Always, always, always busy. So I'll turn it around. Y'all can. So here's the building. Up front there, they got a pink Pete. They got another truck inside there. So yeah, they're gonna have a band later. They have a vendor tent set up. A record just showed up to show. Oh, they got the Catscale race car. What are the chances of finding a used Pete? I think probably pretty good, honestly. It's going to take work looking at it and looking, but if you know that's what you want, I definitely think you could. The International is a 2024 that we have. So, all right. Give you guys a look at the truck. Y'all probably see enough of my face all the time. We can enjoy some trucks together. So we're gonna start in the back row. And also I'll get away from the music so you can hear me better. But no, it's just really kind of frustrating. We just always have terrible luck, especially with internationals. We had a 2018 or 19, and that thing was nothing but trouble. That one threw a lot of fuel pumps in the fuel system. It was just absolutely obnoxious. Oh, look, they even have some props. So it's always difficult when they have them on both sides. So I will go down this side. Oh, I like this dumper. Look how shined up that is. You can see yourself in that one. My favorite color right there. Oh, I saw this guy up here, this cab over. I saw him yesterday getting off the highway. I knew he was coming because he was looking too good not to be here. And look at him. I love the old cab overs. Oh, look at this guy. Old school. Here you go. Here's a good peep for you. Look, he's a solo duck. Flying solo. Nice restoration job. Another cab over. Catfish. I like that. Oh. It's got some matching on the back. Look at that. He looks good. Stretched out frame. The pretty girl. I like that. My sister would like this one because it's purple. My sister loves the color purple. We are driving, I think it's the Kenmore 680. I couldn't even tell you a whole bunch about it other than I can't touch the pedals in the truck. I've been driving with a pillow behind my back. So they will have a show, and they're getting all cleaned up, waxed up, dried off. He's already won a trophy for this year. He got it up in the dash. Oh, there's another teal one. I know it's going to get real loud now. There's some Peterbilts for you. It seems like in the Carolinas, there is a lot of cab overs. I see a lot of them, like way more here. I guess, I don't know if it's because it's flat land. I don't know. But I see a lot of them in South Carolina, North Carolina. Do y'all know what that gold bulldog means? Look at that dude. He's the real deal. He's the true Mac. He's got his other trucks up there that he's owned in the past. Beautiful trucks. I wish we could trade in the truck, but we drive a company truck. So we get stuck with whatever the boss gives us. It's kind of one of those, you got to look for the best scenario. We have a dedicated route of 5,000 miles a week. And it's on a good route. Maryland to Florida is a pretty good route. Weather is always decent. You know, a little rain, but it beats the snow and the black ice. There's a lot of teal trucks. I guess the color is teal. Some of these guys have their trailers matching. Now look at that. See, this is what I love. I would love to have any one of these trucks. Any one of them. Look at that. Oh, look at that custom grill. Look at that. I gotta get up close to that. That's nice. Look at that. They even got their trailers shined up. But yeah, I wish we could pick our truck, but we have a deal worked out. We have a good run. We get paid good. We get to take vacation pretty much when we want, as much as we want. It's very, very dedicated, very streamlined. It's Tuesday through Saturday. It's pretty ideal when you're teaming. So we just get to drive what the boss gives us. Now there's some more trucks on this side. I'll show y'all. Poor Willow, she's overriding in her pouch. Her legs give her a fit. So poor Willow Jean was born not being able to walk for about 3 weeks. And so sometimes her back legs just give her a fit. And I think sometimes riding in the pouch is too much. Another purple guy. I'm really hoping it doesn't rain too much for these guys and gals. When I say guys, I don't mean men. I just mean the people out here, the drivers out here. I was hoping I was going to see the one from last year that had the couch, but I don't see him out here yet. He took out the bed and put a custom couch back there. Now this is where pride comes in. Oh, look at that. They even brought the whole grill. These guys know what it's about. Tailgating. Yes. They came to have a good time. Gold built equals all Mac. Yep, you are absolutely right. So fun fact, since we're in Maryland, the Volvo dealership, Mac dealership and museum and all is all not very far from us. Oh, look at that. That is some shining. I love it. All right, now the due diligence of, oh look, they have a nice mural on the back of that one. Okay, now I'm going to flip you back around. Now the due diligence to find where Scott parked. He was going to try to park somewhere flatter. Let's see, did I already pass him? I don't see him yet. So this is one of his funny jokes sometimes. I've run in and he says he'll be somewhere and I forget which row he's in because this truck stop is so big. You can get turned around in a hurry. Here's a nice bunk. Look, this truck's parked in the wrong section. A nice ARI big bunk. It's got dedicated to the military. It's a nice wrap. I'll get up close for you guys. Scott said he's gonna park out here where it's flatter, but I don't know. Hello. So look at that wrap. So what's so funny? We're out here so much. See, there's the little maintenance guy. He knows me, Willa Jean, because Petro and all are really great about keeping the parking lots clean, not having the trash around. So all his job is to cut grass, pick up trash. And so we see him every day doing something. They power wash their fuel pumps. They just really do a great job. I think I might have found Scott. So having the, I'm going to the wrong truck. Look, there's a FedEx back there. I was trying to find, he's really right there. Yeah, that's funny. I would have gone over there. Well, we got it set today, so he's got with a squeaky. But no, so Kenley, they're so clean when it comes to a truck stop. She's done, yeah.
It's too hot.
She wants out.
The poor babe.
I think her leg's bothering her. I was telling them about how her little legs. So right here we go. So she's hooked in here. Hold on, guys. Let's get her out. About how she here she is. She didn't walk, like I said, for a couple weeks. Let's flip it back around. And because of that, long term, they just bother her sometimes. So I think riding the pouch puts too much pressure on her hips. She was over it, Dad. So how are we looking?
It's over full now.
Magically stopped and it's over full. There's the cleaning guy. Okay. Well, I know y'all won't be able to hear anything if I'm too close to that truck. They can't hear. They won't be able to hear me, it's so loud.
Huh?
Yeah.
What?
They probably still can't hear.
Can't hear you, what? I need me some good hearing aids. Can't hear you.
There's some really nice trucks if you want to go look.
I'm gonna go again. It's not too hot.
Oh, they're being fair weather princesses.
Yeah.
Okay. They're going to climb back in, I guess.
Buggy here. Need a bus.
Okay, we'll climb in. Alright, we'll back in. Okay. Here we go. Welcome, welcome. Alright, so whew, good exercise. Get out and walk some, you guys. It's really good for you. Especially when you get to go and you get to see a nice truck. Makes the walk even better. I'll put this little one up. So, yeah. So, how have you guys been? What's up with you guys? Anything you want to know? Any questions? Leah, how long have you, if you're still on, how long have you been team driving? Just curious. Do any of you others team drive? If I'm thinking correctly, Leah has been, is it the 10? No, maybe, no. So I have another Leah, but I think it's a different one because I don't think they're dedicated. I think they're running wild. Yeah, I think they run wild and they've been driving for 10 months. Yeah, so now I'm already in my like nap time. If I would take a nap, sometimes I take a nap because I've already been up for over 12 hours. Ugh. Willow takes a nap. She's ready for a nap. Yeah, I really like seeing some of those trucks. Y'all have a truck that's show worthy. I know most of us are probably company drivers and we're just barely making it by. Come on, guys, chime in. I should have put some questions out there. That's what I do a lot of times, put some questions out. But I'm always thankful for all of you joining in. Oh, how's the church going? So the church is going really well. Thank you for asking. About 10 days ago, no, I'm wrong, 2 weeks ago on Friday, we got occupancy. So we're legally allowed to be in the chapel having service. So that's super exciting. So the crazy scenario with the church is, so it's a chapel that's on an old decommissioned military base. So we live in a really cool area. If you've ever heard of Camp David, the presidential retreat, we live pretty close to that. And so this was an active army base from like the 40s until the mid 90s. And so this was the chapel on that military base. The military closed it. It's called Fort Ritchie. Fort Ritchie is known for the Ritchie brothers, and they are known for the human intelligence part of winning World War II. So pretty cool history.
Ritchie boys.
The Ritchie boys, what did I say? Ritchie brothers, oh yeah. Ritchie boys. It's a group of army guys. And so there's a museum dedicated to them. And so a private individual bought it. So when the military base closed, they gave it to our county, and it's kind of just been sitting empty since the mid 90s, and a lot of the buildings were vandalized. Some of them had to be demolished. I don't know why, but it was just protocol from the military. And so the chapel was slated to be demolished, and it escaped demolition, and it escaped being vandalized. It's one of the only buildings on the entire property of 500 acres to not have damage to it. And so we are revitalizing the chapel and having Sunday service there. So we started having Sunday service, and we have about 25-30 people coming on Sunday. So if any of y'all are ever near Hagerstown, Maryland, we can arrange for some truck parking. You just got to hit us up. Facebook and Instagram is honestly the easiest way to get a hold of us. But yeah, so it's going really well. So we have some stuff coming up. We're going to do a mission trip in June. So when I was talking about the deal of how we can take vacation, different things like that. Yeah, we'll probably take 2 weeks off in June, and 1 week is for a mission trip. And so that will be very fun. Can we request a Peterbilt? We tried.
and tried.
We've been trying for going on 8 years. We also requested a Kenworth would be just fine. Well, we got it with 1,000,000 miles.
Yeah.
It's a fill-in truck. So this doesn't work good for team drivers as well. I mean, it would work fine for us. But overall, not good for team drivers because it's a solo bed. But this truck is really meant, it was built well to be lived in. So even like the cabinet is made for a wardrober. I could never see myself in that mirror because I'm really short. Nice wardrober. There is even built-in little sections in here. So this is pretty much all I really brought. Here's our wash bucket and our skillet. I didn't even bring plates. We've just been eating out of the skillet. And then up top there, those are trays lined, and so you can fit stuff in. And then this table is pretty cool. It rotates. Right now it's kind of all haphazard in here.
We lost the screws, so it don't stay together like it's supposed to. So my beautiful wife came up with this.
And put up with the bungee. Someone's calling him. Spam. People like to try to talk to him.
It's not a boss. Concerned about us.
Yeah, it's not the boss making sure we're okay. Ay.
Which
Welcome to trucking. It's always an adventure, always a challenge. Hopefully, we'll let it sit here for a bit longer. I told y'all I would come on for like an hour. I need to sit back though because my back is getting tired. But we usually stay on for about an hour when we do the live. So
I think I'll just have a Dr. Pepper and think about it.
okay, y'all know him and his Dr. Pepper. It is still 2 o'clock, still in the 2.
240.
He's still in the 2. He's down to 3 a day. He goes in spells. Sometimes it's 3, sometimes it's 4.
The long days are 4.
Yeah.
The days we drive 1,150 miles a day, that's 4. The 920s, I can make it in 3.
Yeah, the 920 days seem really easy, don't they?
They do, unfortunately.
They feel like a half day. I don't know what happened, but we even have it planned out. So on the days that we only run 920 miles are the days, yeah, that thing, I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all are probably deaf right now because Willow Jean, that thing is so insane. Every time I'm on the phone, this kid gets this squeaky toy and everybody says it's ear piercing.
She's like, hello, I need attention.
Yeah.
Somebody play with me. Just not outside because it's too hot.
It's too hot. She will melt.
Too hot outside.
But, oh yeah, she'll try to squeak it. So on the days that, we are...
Days. Tuesdays.
Yeah, the
Thursdays.
Tuesdays. So we do the hair washing, or Scott does the head shaving.
Head shaving on Wednesday, Friday, because I have a couple extra minutes.
Yeah. So on the short days, the 920 miles, then
Wash your booty and get on down the highway.
this guy.
We don't skip the booty washing regardless.
No. We take a shower every day, except for except for Saturday.
What's Mama Red say about that? You don't need to smell like fish up in here.
Mama Red's a YouTuber. It is not my mama. My mama would not say that. Mama Red is hilarious. She is a social media creator with her granddaughter that she adopted, and her granddaughter's name is Jessica. And they are pretty funny. They're pretty funny. Yeah. Do we drive without a break? So FedEx does run tighter loads, and so we say 920 miles, but we don't have 24 hours to deliver those loads. We
19.
have 19 hours. Yeah, 19 hours for 920 miles.
We can usually do it in about, if we ran straight through hard, we could do it probably 16, 17.
Yeah. But y'all know, we shower, we eat. So the way we run it is whenever it's time to shower or fuel, then that's when we take my break, and then we take his break for dinner time. So I make dinner, and it's pretty much 80% cooked by the time he pulls the truck over. So that way I just finish it up when he's walking Willow Jean, and then they get back in and we eat, do the dishes, and get back at it.
And that's quite a feat if you've ever driven through the low country of South Carolina and don't dump a pot of hot stuff all over the place.
I'm a good Christian woman, but y'all, those roads can make me lose my religion sometimes. They tested Jesus in me. Those roads are very, very, very bumpy. So right now, we consider like 5,000 miles a week a little bit easier of a run.
Cush.
Yeah, we consider it cush. We know that's not for everybody, but we have been teaming now for going on 8 years.
They have one run that goes from Hagerstown to Dallas and back twice, and then to Nashville on Saturday, and that's like 6,500 miles. No thank you.
We did that when we were rookies. Remember
No,
what?
thank you.
We thought we was gonna die. It was hilarious. This is before we figured out all of our protocols about the 3-to-3 split and the when to eat and when to shower. Like right now, if any of y'all are struggling and you need help and you want to streamline your schedule, you want to be able to run better, get more miles in, eat every day, shower every day, exercise, don't be afraid to send us a message. So we do have a strict protocol that has time stamps. It doesn't matter if you're running open on the road, if you're running a dedicated route. Whoa, my Lana. No thank you to that. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Our protocols will work and help you run a more effective team. But when we first came out, it took us like probably about 12 to 15 months to start figuring out protocol.
Yeah, there wasn't really anybody to tell us what to do or how to do it, so we were both city drivers for the beginnings of
Yeah.
our career, and
City and regional.
yeah, I would do from Hagerstown to Roanoke every day and back. Colleges, holidays, talk about losing your religion.
But we did not know what it was like to live in the truck, to come up with what hours to split, what was best, what was safe. And so after the first 12 to 15 months, we were able to start streamlining it. And then after 15 months, and now 7 years in, we have it pretty narrowed down. And we have other people that follow the protocol, and they have great success. And so we're just continuing to tweak it, coming up with different even sleep tests. I've been doing a lot of study on sleep. I just spent about 20 hours listening to sleep lectures by 2 neuroscientists that study the optical, so how the eye and the light and all of that good stuff, how your eyes work and how it affects the brain, and then a sleep scientist. And so they were together doing it and setting more protocols.
I could have saved you a bunch of work. Sleep home in bed, sleep good. Sleep in truck, no good. No good.
Yeah. But it backs up. If you can't tell, y'all know Scott is over trucking. How long have you been doing it, babes?
Too freaking long.
How long?
Since 1991-ish.
Yeah, he got grandfathered in. He didn't even have a CDLs. He got a chauffeur's license to chauffeur the vehicle.
Yep. I worked for my brother-in-law, and he had a single axle dump truck, backhoe, dozer. He's like, we got to get our license, because I was just driving around without no license, no CDL, no chauffeur license, no nothing. And he's like, we got to get our license. He's like, you just might as well take everything you can. It doesn't cost any more. So I took everything except public passenger, and somehow miraculously passed it all. It's like it was one
This
of
was
them things
before
that
there was
meant to
like,
be.
before there was really strict laws. And so he was just meant to be a trucker like his grandpa.
Trucker, stupid mother. Humper.
This guy, I know he seems very quiet and reserved in a lot of our videos, and sometimes you guys don't even see him in our videos because he prefers
Not to be in the video.
yeah, because he doesn't want to deal with people, which even when we're making the video, it's just the 3 of us in the truck. But sometimes he doesn't want, but yet, don't let him pull you. He's pretty crazy outgoing and pretty hilarious, and you just never know what's going to come out of his mouth. But no, so our sleep protocol and our eating protocol and all of that, it's good to say that it's all scientifically backed and based. I don't know, I just had a good hunch about it, but now I have found confirmation. And what's that?
I was just reading to see if anybody had any questions.
Thanks for your video. You've helped me and my wife. We would like to do Team Towers.
Pro Star or Lodestar. The LT. Not the International Pro Star. That's an older model. The Lodestar is like a dump truck. Ours is a LT 625 or something like that. We'll drive at the same time.
Yeah, so I covered that.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. I'm glad that you are enjoying our videos, and if you guys are interested in team driving, I am doing like some mentorship and some interviewing to help people think through if maybe teaming is a good option and a good fit for you. I have some standardized questions and some protocols to help you just think more on that and decide if it's a good choice for you and what you're wanting to get out of trucking, how long you want to do it, all those good things. So Adam, if that's something you guys are interested in and you want to ask us more questions, again, feel free, reach out. If you have Facebook, Instagram, it is the easiest. to chat.
I have a question. How long do you think it's going to be before we, as long haul drivers, are going to be replaced? You just have to wonder that all this stuff, that the adaptive cruise control, lane departure warning system, all that is the basis for autonomous trucking. How long do you think it's going to be before long haul drivers are no longer needed?
They're using us professionals.
Guinea pigs.
Yes. Scary stuff. I personally hate it. I feel like a guinea pig. I know that the stuff doesn't work, and I have to correct it and autopilot the truck and get it back on track. And it is nerve-wracking when the thing just slams on its brakes for you.
You say long time, but you got to look at, there's lanes like in the desolate areas of Texas.
Arizona.
I can't remember exactly. Arizona to Texas. UPS is already doing it. There are
They
some
just
other
don't
companies
talk
that,
about it. They don't want you to know. It's happening.
How long do you think it's going to be before electric vehicles are obsolete?
Now those things are dangerous because people are not very good at knowing when to overpower them. They just think that they are thinking for them all the time, and that they are AI technology is an amazing thing. It has its good points, don't get me wrong, but you got to use some good common sense, and people, they're just lacking it.
I can't remember what his name is, but he's a trooper in Arizona in Maricopa County. He's a funny fella. He pulled somebody over in a Tesla the other day for texting while they were driving, and this person was like, "It was on autopilot. I don't have to pay attention to the car while it's driving itself." Oh, but yes, you do.
Wow.
It even says in the Tesla agreement, when you purchase it, you have to sign an agreement saying that you will still remain in control of the car of all times. And
That is scary.
texting while you're driving, and it driving in its
Auto
I can't remember
mode.
what auto mode. Yeah, auto do something. But yeah, you still can't text and drive. That's a no-no.
Scary stuff. Do you guys ever shower at the FedEx terminals or just the truck stops? So it depends on the run. We used to, and it depends on the FedEx terminal. Unfortunately, not all FedEx terminals,
Not so much.
they're not all made equal. Some of them need to clean house.
If it's a have to, yeah, but otherwise, nah.
Yeah, we used to when we were on the open road, like when we would get stuck in Rialto, California for like 15 hours, we would shower. But that usually resulted in us taking a cold shower because the FedEx terminal showers are just like your house. So when the hot water's out and this home size hot water heater of what, like 150 gallons?
Probably not even that. Probably 40 or 50. That's
yeah,
it.
we took a lot of
Hot
cold
water.
showers. And so, yeah, we used to, but this route, we don't.
If you can figure out the schedule of the maintenance person cleaning the bathrooms, and you can get in there right after they get done, it might be a possibility, but otherwise, there are just too many swampy booties going in and out there for my liking, you see.
Yeah, unfortunately, not everybody is as courteous and respects.
Mama Red says it smells like fish in here.
This man is crazy. Sorry, forgive him, guys. Please forgive this. But that's why we're really, really strict about only fueling at Petros and TAs. So they are one of the original franchise truck stops there are in the industry. And they used to majority be family owned, and they're nicer. They do have, like I mentioned in the beginning of the live stream, they do have the specialized ones, the Iowa 80 series. So this is one of the Iowa 80 series at Kenley. They are the best in the nation. So we frequent the best in the nation kind of truck stops. But when you pick one truck stop and you stick to it And if you're team drivers, one helpful hint is get 2 of the perk cards, one for each driver, because you will need it, because after a while you will tap out on the points you earn. But we get a free shower every day. Every time we fuel, we get a free shower, and so we don't pay for our showers. But yeah, the Kenley one's really nice. We also shower at the 169 in Florence. We shower there. We've showered at Brunswick, Georgia. And I can tell you where all the nice ones are. You start to memorize them. You just find your way. We have, oh, I'm wrong. We've been to the one, the regular Salt Lake City hub. We went to North Salt Lake City one time. Denver. Yeah, the Denver one. A lot of them out there they're old. The hubs are old and they just have not been maintained, and people don't care. We used to go out west a lot. We used to be on what was called the Wild Board. It's pretty cool. We have ran with FedEx. We did not count how many hubs that we've been to, but we've been to 26 states. So we haven't been to Washington State and another one up there, and we haven't been to a couple, like the very top, basically the very top north and the northwest and the very top northeast we have not been to. We do not go to Pilot for many reasons. I just don't find them as clean. They don't give you 2 towels. So TA gives you 2 towels right away. You never have to ask for an extra towel. They're really friendly for team drivers. And so I like not having to go hunt someone down to get a secondary towel or ask. You book the shower through the app and you walk right in and you have everything you need. The showers are a little bit bigger. The other reason that we only go to TA and the Petros is because the parking lots are much, much bigger. We typically pull sets of doubles. So, like today we have a set of doubles.
You can unlock the phone door right from your app.
Yeah, he said if you're a germaphobe, you can unlock the door from your app. It's pretty cool. You just walk down the hallway and you hit the unlock button from your phone, and it unlocks the door. It's pretty nice and convenient. But we have switched to, yeah. Early on, we went there a couple times, but too often, the women's bathroom was so gross. And I know, like, it's been a while, but you look in the parking lot at a Pilot or Flying J, and if it, heaven forbid, it rains or snows, that parking lot stinks so bad that you don't even want the bottom of your shoes to touch that parking lot. There is so much trash littered everywhere. Drivers dump out the back of their trailers. They won't even keep their parking lot clean. I cannot trust that their bathrooms are going to be clean. And too many times.
It's personal preference, you know?
Yeah.
I like Dr. Pepper. You like Sierra Mist. Oh, they don't make Sierra Mist no more. What is it?
Starry.
Starry. that was far from Starry.
He got some not that long ago and went to a little diner. Yes, the FedEx fuel card works at TA / Petro. Yep.
Any major truck stop.
So any of the major ones it'll work at. So that thing, y'all, sorry, she got that darn squeaky again.
It's another one. I had the one in my pocket.
Oh, she found another one. Yeah, so any of the major truck stops you can go to. But the TAs and Pilots also, a fun fact, they allow Christian organizations to come in, and so a lot of them have church every Sunday morning. They sell Christian t-shirts. They support the troops. To us, they just feel very American, and for us, that stuff matters, and so that's why we also choose them.
They're independently owned and operated.
Yeah, they're independently owned and operated. That's why each one is a little bit different. They're have a good feel for them, but there's a lot of them that are a lot different depending on where you are. Like if you go, when we're out west and we're in California, I like going to Barstow, which, fun fact for all you people that really like driving, that's where they made one of the Fast and the Furiouses. It was filmed in Barstow.
The Black Bear restaurants, they're pretty good. And would you get a Huckleberry milkshake?
Huckleberry milkshake. So every time we used to go to Rialto, I would get that. But yeah, so we've been to a lot of hubs. I don't even know. How many hubs do you think we've been to? Probably like 100 at least.
Probably
We've
not
been to
that
26
many.
states. I mean, just
Probably
in
not
like
that many.
Florida, we've been to like 10 just in Florida probably.
Probably not 100. I don't know.
Yeah, we've been to a lot of hubs. So we've been teaming now for
Almost 7 years in October.
Barstow. That's a Petro?
We're
Yeah,
40
it's a
ins.
Petro. The showers are upstairs.
We're 40 ins at 15.
40 and 15. And right after there, when 40 and 15 come together, if you're heading back east, there's a double-decker bus in the storage lot. Y'all, I really am a nerd for vehicles. It's not just trucks, cars, anything. Oh, look at this kid. Look at this. Hold on, look at this. Y'all can't see it. It's blaring out. There it goes. Look at that.
He's drifting. He's got a drifting bike.
That is too funny.
Alright.
Hey, went back over.
Time to see if we can get this buggy up the road.
How fun. You need to check on it one more time?
Nope.
All right. So we're going to be wrapping it up. I wish we could hang longer, but I know as soon as we start moving, the truck gets really loud and it's bouncy and it gets crazy. So the footage just gets crazy. That squeaky toy is insane. Y'all, you see what I have to deal with?
That ain't the half of it.
No, that's just a small preview.
Not even a quarter of it.
Woo!
Alright, kids. Time to hit my clock and get to rocking.
Yep, it's time to go to look at this little one. She is the best. She's like, where is my toy? Willow is a year old now. She's like 15 months.
I'd just like to add too, if any of y'all are praying people out there, just pray for us, because we got a lot of stuff going on with the church plant and all that kind of stuff, and we have like zero time right now. We took on a project that was
insane.
Yeah, pretty much. But just we're making progress on it, but we just need all the prayers we can get.
They asked about it earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we have our house. For all of you that know, we the bike's back out there. We have our cabin in the mountains, and it's been a huge project. 3 years ago when we bought it fully hoarded, and it was let go for 22 years when we bought it.
Something like that.
The house is like almost 25 years old now, and we are going to be starting the crazy project of replacing our windows.
Yeah.
Ourselves. So Monday, we're going to go and look at windows.
We got a crazy, ridiculous estimate, and I won't say the name of the company, but they were going to take the window sashes out and put windows inside the current frames that are leaky and not sealed very well. $86,000 for 19 windows.
We ain't staying in the truck that long.
Talk about losing your religion. Take a flying.
I just let him know about some, I was using wisdom and discernment, and that just was not adding up in good sense. Y'all know. So the reason that we're in the truck full time is so that we can completely remodel our house and pay it off. And so spring of 2026 is looking like when all of that will come to an end. And that's
One
what we're going
way
for.
or another, it's coming to an end.
And so
If not before then.
then in that same process, we took on this church. Just God just really led us to this opportunity, this situation. And so we're revitalizing and renovating the church and starting a church. Like I said, we meet Sunday morning. If any of y'all are near Hagerstown, Maryland on a Sunday morning, let us know. If you're up and down 95, you want to meet us, let us know as well. If you want personal coaching, you want to just make things go smoother or better, like, don't hesitate. You guys, we're just real people out here living life, trying to make the best of it. Yeah, but thank you guys for joining us. It was a really, really super great time. Thank you guys for the prayer in advance. We really appreciate it. But we are always praying for you guys. We're praying that you all stay safe and yeah, that you're doing well, and I hope you guys enjoy the adventures. We'll talk to you soon.